Hello everybody and welcome to CFC Fan TV. This is our Chelsea-Bournemouth preview. We're back at the Bridge, super excited for it. Rory, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I'm really excited about this one. I think it's essential that we get 3 points, because if we do, it will mean that we go into the international break on maximum points, something that I didn't think would happen.
No.
And the fact that we've had a new manager, played Arsenal, if we can beat Bournemouth, which isn't going to be easy, but if we can, we go into the international break, joint top, and things are looking rosy.
Bournemouth, since they come off, have become quite a team, slowly but surely, haven't they?
A very established Premier League team now. They've done it. It's an incredible job that he's done there.
They do a good job, don't they?
Eddie Howe has done outstandingly well, and they're generally very slow starters in the league. If you look at their league form, not only Premier League form, but generally the way that they start their campaigns, it's quite slow. Hasn't been the case this year. They've started very strongly, and I think they'll be coming up to Stamford Bridge. You know, they had a fantastic result at Stamford Bridge last year. One of perhaps the worst, certainly the worst day of last season. Maybe Watford was equally bad, but yeah, it was an awful sight. So they'll be coming up to London. The Cherries will be thinking they could definitely take. They'll be hoping to take 3 points, but I think they'll kind of be expecting to take a point back to the South Coast. So we do need to be on it, but I think we will. Do you?
I think we will. Now, me and Rory for this preview, we normally do our team. We discuss it, don't we?
But we couldn't agree.
We couldn't agree today, and therefore we're going to do 2 teams, and you guys can decide which team you would rather prefer. I think I'm going to lose this one. I have a slight feeling I am going to, but I'd like you guys to hear me out and hear my points, because I think I've thought it through tactically.
She's very, very confident about her team. So I'm going to step out. I'm going to step out. I'm going to let you do yours first. Let us know what you think of these 2 teams.
So obviously, I'll start off with Kepa in goal. Has he impressed me so far? I would say no. I think the goal at Newcastle, he should have saved that. I think, again, that's just going to be something that he learns with time. And I think I'm not going to be too harsh on him at the moment. We knew when we signed him that he was a long-term deal. He was an investment for the future. And it is going to take him a little while to settle in. So I'm not going to be too harsh on him, but obviously I do think he has to be in the team. And the only way he's going to improve is to get more game time. So my back line, now obviously, as you know, we've already done a video and I argued my case that Christensen's to start ahead of David Luiz, and I'm going to stick with that. Whether or not Sarri would share my same view, I don't know. But I think it's very important in this game. Bournemouth are the first team we're playing that have nearly as good a record as us. They have the same points as Man City. I think they've won 2, drawn 1. They've started the season incredibly well, and they're going to be coming to the Bridge, like Rory said, looking for at least a draw out of this. So I think we need a very, very solid back line. I think I would love to see how Christensen and Rudiger partner together. I think they're 2 very solid defenders, and I think they could prevent a goal from going in and hopefully allow us to keep a clean sheet. So I've gone with Christensen and Rudiger in the middle there, and then I've gone with obviously David and Alonso. I haven't changed the size because I do think that is going well, and I think Dave needs to get used to playing in a back 4. And I don't really, you could make a case for playing Emerson, but I just would like to keep it as it is. And I think Alonso, I'm an Alonso fan, so he isn't going anywhere. I'm sorry for you Alonso haters, but he's definitely in my team. Hopefully he gets another goal this week. And then we'll go to the midfield. Again, we've disagreed, so you'll see that. I've gone for Kante, Jorginho and Barkley. Now, the reason I've done that is because for me, it worked a lot better when Kovacic and Hazard came on later on in the game. I think they were a fresh pair of legs. I think they offered a lot more. They steadied the game and allowed us to win that game. And like I say, I am a little bit worried about Bournemouth because when we faced Arsenal, they hadn't won. I think this is a very different ball game, and I think we'd be silly to underestimate Bournemouth as a team. And I do think they're going to be coming for a win. And I think the worst case scenario for them would be taking a draw, because I don't see them coming to the Bridge, unlike past seasons, and losing the game. So I really would like to think that we have some good substitutes to bring on. So then in the front, I've gone for Pedro, Willian. Purely because, again, I think they offered a lot of pace to the game against Arsenal, the first 25 minutes especially. I think when I was at Newcastle, by far, Kovacic was a fantastic player, as well as Hazard always. But I just think for this game, I would like to have the same approach that Sarri did when we played Arsenal at home. So I've gone for those 2, and then I've put Morata up front. Now, I think a lot of you might make a case for Olivier Giroud. I think a lot of you weren't happy with how he played against Newcastle, although a lot of that, I think, was out of his control because of how defensively they played. So I've gone for Morata up front, and I do think that eventually he is finding a little bit of form. I don't really want to take away from his confidence at the moment that he seems to have. So I'm going to start him. But this team is with the hope that we do see Hazard and Kovacic feature. I'm not putting this team as the team for the full 90 minutes, for the full 80 minutes even. So I do want to see Hazard and Kovacic come on. This is just my starting 11.
Okay, right, my team is up now, and I think you can see that it's pretty similar to Sophie's with some major exceptions. I have obviously gone for David Luiz. Anybody who has seen a video that we did earlier this week will understand why. I made my case very strongly for David Luiz in that video, and whether you agree or disagree with me, please check it out and let me know what you think, because I do find that debate very interesting. So have a look at that video if you're wondering why I've gone for David Luiz there, but I just think that he is the player that we need to be playing, and it will be very interesting to see if Sarri agrees with me. I'm pretty convinced that he will. In the midfield now, I think you can see what I've done. I have dropped Ross Barkley and I've put in Kovacic. And that is because Kovacic is so good. We aren't a blessed enough team to be leaving players of his quality out. And as much as I think Ross Barkley hasn't played badly for us, I think that Kovacic is an exceptional talent, like truly wonderful. So good, in fact, that he's actually blown me away. And I think that we should already be opening negotiations with Real Madrid, trying to make that move permanent, because he is simply flawless. Moving slightly further forward, I've put Eden Hazard in. And that is also because I think he's too good to leave out. Everything that is good that happens with Chelsea happens because of our mercurial winger, and we need to have him playing. We need him to be finding full form, because I'm beginning to feel very aspirational about this season. I'm beginning to think that it could, I think earlier on, and when we were talking about how we see this season going, I was thinking that top 4 and the trophy would be the dream. Top 4 I would settle for. But I'm beginning to see the seeds planted in this team that could see it go a long way. City have already dropped points, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think that we can start to dream this season. And if those dreams are to become a reality, it is going to be because of the brilliance of the dazzling Eden Hazard. So let's get him playing, let's get him scoring. And yeah, I just really want to see him linking up with Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic on a regular basis. Over the other side, I've gone for Pedro. As much as I like Willian, I just think that we should pick Pedro there, because I'm very excited about him this season. Pedro spent his whole life playing this brand of football. He's so used to this style of football. He's started the season very well. He's scored some goals already. And I just want him to be playing, and I like him. So I've then gone for Morata up front. This was the toughest decision I had to make, actually. I felt like Giroud is really knocking on the door. I've stuck with Morata, but yeah, I'm really eager to see him scoring. I think he scored a great solo effort against Arsenal, but we need to see more of that. So I think that this Bournemouth team are very good. I think they're very strong, and I think they've started the season very impressively. Going away to the London Stadium, West Ham's first home game, taking the 3 points is a huge statement. So we can't be surprised if they turn up and they're up for this. We're going to have to be on our A game, and with the players that I believe I've selected, I think we're going to get the 3 points, and we're going to go into the international break a full house. So please do me a favour, let me know, do you agree with my team, or do you agree with that of Sophie Rose?
So there you have it, those are our 2 teams. Who do you agree with? I just want to say, because I know people are going to hammer me a little bit, and I did a story just behind the scenes. I haven't not played Hazard and Kovacic in the starting lineup because I think they're not good enough. I just think it's better to ease them back in.
It's tactical. I see what you're saying.
I want to ease them back in, and I think you have to remember they did play a very long stretch in the World Cup, so I just want to make sure that they're eased back in, and we don't pick up any injuries until then.
I agree, and I think it's very sensible. Yeah, it's very sensible what you've tried to do. I just think that they're ready now, and I think that we need to be going in, because remember, we're going into an international break as well, so I think that it's time for them to start. But comment below and let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do it right now. Go on, you Blues.